Australia has won here only once, 1966. Can these 8 Wallabies do it here this afternoon? David Bishop, his first touch in his first test match. A big moment for David Bishop. Quite an imposing record, both on and off the field. Just outside the 22. 4-man line for Australia. Cody, Williams, Cutler and Tyneman. Cody going across the line of touch.
The lineouts here are going to be very important for Australia, particularly in the first 20 minutes. The referee doesn't seem to do much with the lineouts, and I think the Welsh will be very much trying to test us out there.
So do you see this match being won and lost in this first 20 minutes, Michael?
Well, I don't think it'll be won or lost in the first 20 minutes, but it's definitely going to be a very important part of the game. As I said, particularly in the lineouts, both forward packs will be testing themselves out, and I think it'll be a very disciplined first 20 minutes. You won't see much open play, but very much in either end of the field.
Cutler has it. He's dragged round the head. The Welsh players are all camped offside there, but the referee's saying it wasn't in straight. So there's going to be a lot of spoiling. The Welsh have many devious means of spoiling the opposition ball. There's the first scrum, and Australia holding well. Bishop close to being offside. He certainly was. Over anxious. And can Roger Gould now thump one down inside the Welsh 22 or near it? Well, he got it inside the 22. Campese. That's a good one. He's coming through on Bishop. Knock on Australia.
I think you'll see very much of this sort of play to start with. Both teams will attempt to stay in the opposition's half. There won't no penalties if you give them away early to the opposition in the early game.
David Bishop having trouble communicating with his front row. Quick ball now for Dacey. Roger Gould. Campese. Grigg. Little bit of hesitation there from the Australians, but the referee pulling play up very quickly.
Notice there that Dacey missed touch. He's of the two. There were two 5'8" here in Wales who are very fancy for this game. Dacey was a running 5'8". Davies missed out as a kicking 5'8", and I think they must have wished that it wasn't raining the last couple of days when they picked Dacey.
Here comes Roger Gould with a blaze of fire. Peter Grigg taken high. There's the second penalty of the match, the first for Australia. Nearly lost his head that time, Grigg. And now the moment. Roger Gould, the first penalty attempt. He struck form in the fog against Munster, kicking 7 out of 10. Australia has fallen down in goal kicking in the first two internationals. But what a boost this would be for these 8 Wallabies if he can steer this one through.
Yes, Gordon, very much very similar to 1981 to the UK. You must kick your goals. And this is every goal kick is extremely important, particularly for Roger because he has been off the kicking duties the last couple of years. And it is important for the morale of the team that he gets this one, if not over, very close.
The man for the big occasion. It's a great-looking kick. What a start for the Australians. 4.5 minutes gone. Well, that really has set the stadium buzzing. Roger Gould played here against Wales in '81. He was on the losing side that time. But the men in goal determined to reverse that result this afternoon. This is Mark Wyatt. The Swansea fullback with a long kick to Mark Ella. That's his first touch. Gould. It's another soaring punt kick. And he's found touch. Gould's punt kicks at Lansdowne Road were timed to be in the air for an average of 6 seconds. That'd just about win him a VFL jersey, I'd say. Perkins at the front. Norster cleans up. Scuffle going on between Eidman and Cody. Straight to Gould. Swirling ball. He's got another big one downfield. Fine looking kick. Well, he may have had a below standard series for him against New Zealand, but he has been in super form over here. This is the biggest ever crowd to see an Australia-Wales test match at Cardiff Arms Park. Rodriguez wins it to Ella. 15 metres out from the Welsh goal line. Knocked on Australia. Early pressure coming from the Wallabies. The goalposts away to the left. Eidman and Rodriguez packing in on this side of the scrum in the front row. Dacey clears hurriedly, but well. Malcolm Dacey, something of a controversial selection, as mentioned by Michael Hawker here over Gareth Davis.
The Australians will be attempting to apply a lot of pressure to the two halves. Bishop, the halfback's a new cap, place of Holmes. And Dacey has only played 3 or 4 games this year, and I think that's where they could break down.
Cutler soars high. Ella. Michael Lynott to Poitevin. Australia set up. Good ball here. Far Jones. Straight through. Gould. Grigg. Lawton. Tommy Lawton has scored for Australia.
Isn't he a happy man too?
His late grandfather kicked 3 conversions for the Waratahs in their 18-8 victory here. And what a moment for Tommy Lawton. This was the moment he was going to cherish on tour. Poitevin sets up the maul.
See, here's superbly set up by Poitevin to give us a good blindside move. Plenty of room here. Guy Jones does very well. We've got plenty of support. Lawton does well to stay there. A fantastic pass by Griggy back inside. Bit of a Hail Mary pass, but went to a man.
So Tommy Lawton gives Australia this 7-point lead after only 8.5 minutes. What a dream start. Superb support play again there from the Australians, a feature of their play on tour. Nick Farr-Jones breaking on the left, a la John Hipwell, and earlier Ken Catchpole, who played that starring role here in 1966. Coming back, but shaves the upright. He still struck that one very nicely. 7-0 Australia.
Here again, we can see from head on. Plenty of space down the blind side. Farr-Jones spots the opening, gets around Bishop. Passes back inside, and we've got plenty of support there. Roger elects to go out and sees Griggy outside. And then a great pass back inside by Griggy, keeping the ball alive.
Two-man line-out now called by Wales on the Australian 22 from the kick-off. We apologise for the poor quality of these replays. It's a technical difficulty here for the BBC. But I'm sure no one's complaining back home at the moment. Mike Watkins, the Welsh skipper, with a long throw. Here comes Pickering. Poitevin wraps him up. Good ball here for the Welsh.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Wales have a go at a field goal here. Centre field scrum, 25 yards out.
Oh, look at the big push there from the Australian scrum. Bishop goes himself and wrapped up. Blindside for Wales. Ackerman. Gould's there, a nasty bounce. Carried over. Ian Stevens, the loose left prop for Wales, was airborne that time. A mighty shot from the Australians. He's in a bit of trouble on that side against McIntyre. The Welsh scrum in disarray. Play on, says the referee. Far Jones spoiling. Gold jerseys everywhere.
Far Jones doing well there, exploiting the weakness of Bishop. A little bit of inexperience there. Pack having a bit of trouble early on.
Offside play there from Pickering, or was it Alan Davis, the new cap from Fenethley on the far side. But the Welsh side looking very rattled in this first 15 minutes of the game. .5 minutes of play elapsed in the first half. A penalty goal by Gould, a try by Lawton. Tyneman at the back to Ella. Slack. They're playing it down in Welsh territory. This is Mark Wyatt. It was a good kick. Fine play by the Australians. Mark Wyatt from Swansea played throughout the 83 season, but lost his place to Howell Davis in 1984. Enrique Delgado Rodriguez from Cordoba. The strength of a bull and the subtle skills of the matador. Well, the touch judge signalling the line-out. Mr. John West at the bottom there on the left. That's the Welsh 22. Australia ahead 7-0. And with the line-out throw. Cutler at the back to Far Jones. It's another tester. Coming Welsh way. Bishop. That's a good kick. A very good kick by the scrum half. The sort of man who'd walk through brick walls for his team, even if it was a bank wall.
Australia there varying their line out very well. Williams doing a good job in sorting the line out. Had 1 4-man. We then had 3 jumpers down the back of the line out. And President's paying dividends, and he's now swapped them around again just to a traditional 2-4-6 line out.
Tyneman again at the back. Ella. Liner. Here comes Grigg. Straight through. No knock on. Ella. That one could be a bit deep. It's a nasty bounce. Here comes Liner. In front of the kicker, says the referee. And Wales opting for the scrum. Bishop gets away from Far Jones. Reeking kick downfield. Gould has no one within 20 metres though. Nothing wrong with that kick. 8 metres from halfway. Gould can't believe the touch judge, John West. He says, how about the other 12 metres?
A bit of a failing the touch judges have here. I don't think they can believe how far he can kick the ball.
It's an all-Irish contingent. John West and Dave Burnett. The touch judges with Owen Daly, the man in the middle. Perkins got a hand to it well at the front. Loose pass from Bishop. Ackerman. Slipped back by Butler. This is Wyatt. Overlap. Dacey. Ring. Good pass. Bishop. Campese in front. Dacey. Great play. Pickering. 5 metres out. Australia in trouble. Bishop again. There's an overlap for Wales. Ring went himself. Australia's mauled it.
Some excellent play there from Wales, and equally some good defence from Australia. Both teams are setting the ball up tremendously well and getting good second phase ball.
David Bishop, the scrum half, figuring very strongly. He scored 78 tries in his first 79 games for Pontypool. What a record. Butler controlling at the back. In comes Davis. Here it comes. Blindside to Dacey. Back into the forwards. Bishop again. He's an extra back rower. Australia come away. Far Jones. Campese. And Campese getting his head buried in the mud there by Robert Ackerman. That was unnecessary play. And, well, Mr. John West, he has been awarded a white stick here at Cardiff Arms Park by the Welsh crowd. I'm beginning to think there's some justification. That should have been a penalty. Far Jones again working play on the short side.
Yes, he started this test off extremely well. He's had a couple of good runs, and they're a little bit vulnerable on the blind side. I think you'll see Australia use that a bit more. Just like to say, while there's a break in the play, on behalf of the Wallabies, thank all those people in Australia who've sent their regards and their support. It's been fantastic for this test match. And two people in particular, the Mossman Rowing Club, who I believe are going to be open all night, and also the Coonabarabran Kookaburras.
I can still hear the roars going, Michael. Cutler got a hand to it, so did Norstar. Bishop's caught. Coming through offside there against Williams. Prematurely, free kick. Watkins, who led the Welsh B to their first ever win over the French B team on French soil earlier this year, has only played 3 test matches for Wales, all of them as captain. That's the 22-metre line. 18 minutes gone in the first half. Australia 7-0. The ground in surprisingly good condition, despite the torrential rain we've had here over the last week. Stevens sweeping at the front. Watkins has it. Bishop. Dacey. Ella. Cody there. Ella comes away. Great play there by Mark Ella. He fooled everyone. They thought he'd slipped the ball away to Cody. And Australia back up to halfway. Mark Ella, one of Australia's heroes in the Lansdowne Road and Twickenham Internationals, starting the match well. Steve Tyneman straight through the Welsh line out. Far Jones has it. Bad pass to Ella. What's he going to do? Wales come away. Bishop. Grigg went without it. Now it's Ackerman. Pickering. Great support play from the Welsh. Big overlap. Dacey. Ring. Here comes Wyatt. A chase for Tipley. Campese there first. 22-metre dropout.
Australia got themselves into some bother they shouldn't have there. I think Griggy should have dived on the ball instead of trying to pick it up the ground, although looking for superb, isn't. as good as one might think. It's a little bit wet on top and the ball is beginning to get a little bit slippery, and I think he should have dived on it, sealed the ball, and they wouldn't have gotten the problems we did.
Well, the match played amidst a bleak outlook for the Welsh mining community. Almost 100% of the Welsh miners are still out on strike. As we see this movement again, with Wyatt chipping through cleverly for Titley, but Campese winning the race for the ball and forcing over the goal line. But as one senior member of the National Coal Board told me, the trouble with Mr. McGregor and Mr. Scargill is that they haven't packed down together and hammered hell out of each other in a scrum and then gone off and had a few beers after the game. Grigg across in support also there for Campese. But the Welsh saying that they have a lot of creativity out wide. At the moment, Ian Stevens and Pickering receiving attention from the Welsh trainer, Tudor Doyle. And the crowd trying to urge their charges on at the moment. Michael Liner. Tyneman. Steve Tyneman, who has been one of the outstanding players on this tour. Eddie Butler, second from the back of the Welsh line-out. Lawton. Knocked ahead there by Wales. And the Australian scrummaging very impressive in the early stages. A lot of the credit there due to one particular machine called Matilda, I believe, Michael.
Yes, we've got this ghastly-looking machine called a rhinoceros, which follows us around from paddock to paddock. It's some sort of scrummaging machine. I don't know much about it, but it seems to be doing the job.
Gould hasn't found touch to Wyatt. Halfway line. Up he goes. It's a good kick. Far Jones calls. And one of the Welsh forwards now down on the 22. This looks like Eddie Butler to me. And he appears to be in a fair bit of bother.
It is worth mentioning the scrum. I mean, I think in 1981, one of our problems at times was our ability to hold our own in the scrum. And this tour, it hasn't been a problem at all. The forwards really haven't been tested in the scrum, nor the line-out. And the abundance of ball we can now get makes it a little bit easier for the backs to put the points on the board.
Well, this is the British Lions, Proppy and Stevens. The replacement to South Africa with the Lions in 80. And in New Zealand, a tourist there in 83. He's been in a lot of bother in the scrums and appears to have an injury around his ribs. So this means that Whitefoot will come on for Wales and pack down on the loose side. But another powerful scrummage there from the Australians, holding well despite the Welsh will. So Wales a man down. Over the back to Norster. Bishop. Butler. Straight into Cutler. Bishop, long pass. Mark Ella. Good play. Peter Grigg chases. Perhaps a little too far the kick, but it's still in play. Back to the 22.
Very sensible play there by Mark Geller. Had nowhere to go, so he just put it down the other end of the field, puts the pressure right back on top of Wales.
So this is Jeff Whitefoot to come on for Wales. What a moment for him. He can't believe it. His first cap. Big, powerful scrummager coming on the loose side for Wales. 23 minutes gone in this first half. Far Jones clears to Ella, picks it up brilliantly. Now it's Gould. Mistake by the Australians. Roger Gould. Campese. Mark Ella. That was outside the 22. And yet another good kick by Mark Ella. Bishop. Wobbly kick. Touch judge has his flag up. Well, this is called remote control refereeing. We saw Mr. Norling of Wales involving himself in the game last week. We didn't see the incident there, but this gives Australia a chance for a 10-point lead.
I don't know what that was for, Gordon. It certainly is disappointing when the linesmen try to stamp their mark on the game, particularly when the infringement in the player's eyes is not as serious.
So David Bishop's had a wholehearted game so far. Perhaps a little bit slow with his passing now. He has a real wind-up. This is enabling the Australian inside backs and flankers to get up there and get amongst those Welsh inside backs. The Welsh crowd have been urging the referee to penalise, but the ball has been coming slowly from Bishop. Crucial kick for Gould. Out to the left-hand side. So 1 out of 3 for Gould. Rings running. Still in play. Inventive play from Wales there. A fine kick by Mark Titley.
Good football there from Wales, and quite refreshing from other teams we play over here in the British Isles to see a team actually having a go from their own line.
Butler got a hand to it. Bishop goes himself and lost it forward. One thing here too in the British Isles, the referees don't play advantage. See the ball coming out Australia's way there, but he pulled it up immediately. Far Jones, overlap. Campese. One man in front, Wyatt. Campese. Poitevin. Liner. Try.
Fantastic try, and there they exploited down the blind side again. Wales definitely have a weakness there, and we'll see a bit later on as Far Jones uses the referee magnificently. Goes around him and gets cuts out a defender. Here we can see Tynan picks up Far Jones running wide. Referee getting in the way of those two defenders. And out to...
We seem to have lost our sound there, but look at this magnificent try from Australia. And in the end, it's Michael Liner dashing over under the post. Superb work from Far Jones, Campese, back inside to Simon Poitevin, and the former University of New South Wales and Randwick, now currently with Randwick breakaway. The Johnny on the spot again, Trevor. He's having a wow of a game, involved in both the Australian tries, and now we lead 11-0.
Yes, Poitevin playing really well. It's very interesting for us to see the way Poitevin is going, particularly in that first try. He held that ball up for a considerable time, which gave the Australians a great opportunity, and it was a magnificent try, the first one scored by Lawton. And, of course, that one by Liner was really brilliant. A lot depends now on Gould here kicking. It's a pretty simple one, but it is a very vital one, because he's missed a couple that would have really put Australia in a position where they would be terribly hard to defeat. But this one, as you can see, is right in front. I'd be most surprised if he missed it, but it's very valuable 2 points for Australia. Let's just watch it now.
2 points, which would put us...
Just to make it 13-0. Gould, 2 out of 4. But that first penalty goal certainly was a crucial one. Here goes Campese after the pass from Liner. Tucked into the crook of his elbow.
He got the ball on the wrong side of his arm, people might note. He still does very well to get it away.
Poidevin. And Liner, there was no stopping him from there. Pickering across in cover. But what a moment for young Michael Liner. No one expected this score. 28 minutes elapsed in the first half. Mark Ella. Making every post a winner, these Australians. There's hardly been a flaw in their play so far. Pickering at the back, number 7, opposed to Poidevin. Butler and Tyneman. Cody and Alan Davis. Butler tapped it back. And the Welsh side looking very rattled at the moment. A dazzling start by the 8th Wallabies. 2 tries to 0. Ella.
Once again, plugging down the blind side.
Well, the blindside flanker, Alan Davis, has only played 1 match. That's him, number 6, in the last month. And he's a very awkward-looking character, not athletic at all. Steve Williams. Australia set up. Rodriguez goes in. Here it comes. Ella. Liner. Gould. Campese's outside. Mark Ella. Put into touch. Well, it's the blind side over and over again, and the holes keep appearing. Gould almost getting out of the tackle. Australia leading by 13 points to 0 after 30 minutes of this first half. Two-handed take by Norster. Bishop gains about 10 metres. Tynan now to number 2 in the line-out.
We see here we put 3 jumpers down the back in Cody, Williams and Cutler. It shows a great difference of having 4 line-out jumpers in one team.
Cutler well to Poidevin. Butler wraps him up. Ella. Kick for Grigg. Wyatt. Grigg took him well. Wales on the back pedal. Australia drive in. Another surge from these Australian forwards who are playing like men inspired. Cody lending his aggression and vigour that time. The Welsh scrum moved. Ella. Gould. Butler there for Wales. Perhaps over-elaborate that time, Australia. Referee spotting a hand in the ruck. And the pressure off for the Welshman. Breeze swirling around in the stadium, certainly favouring the Welsh in the first half. Nice kick by Wyatt, taking play over the halfway line. .33 minutes gone in the first half. Cutler won it again to Rodriguez. Australia doing very well in these line-outs. Ella. Slack, overlap to Campese. Here he goes. He wanted the touchline. And they just can't put a hand on this man. Titley. The men in front, back in field. Bad mistake by Wales. Scrum, centre of the 22, Australia's ball.
Very promising attacking position. This middle of the field, 25 yards out, can do nearly anything. And there was a silly mistake that.
Well, just a couple of errors creeping into the Australian game now, which they can ill afford with this 13-point lead, especially in such strong attacking positions. Play on, Campese. He loves to run with the ball. Back to Rodriguez. Far Jones. Trouble here for Wyatt. Off a Welsh player. Use of the elbow there against Roger Gould. Some late obstruction. And a pretty severe warning there for Roger Gould. Not David Cody, as the pictures told you. That's a long kick to Campese. So a string of silly errors have given Wales the impetus and a strong attacking position.
That's right, Australia can't afford to loosen up now. Wales are very difficult to beat in their home ground, and they can't think to themselves, well, 13 points, we've got this game won. And last time they thought that, they lost the test at Ballymore against the All Blacks.
And the series. Cody went high, tapped forward by Wales, scrum ball Australia. Well, the Australians will never have another opportunity like this one. 13 points up. Gould just took his eye off the ball there. Now the crowd yelling for a big heave from the Welsh forwards.
I think you'll see the Welsh come down the blind side here. Wide blinds, very strong attacking position. Wouldn't be surprised to see the number 8 take it down the blind side, peeling off with his back row.
Australia will be hoping to disrupt here. Great tussle going on between Eidman and Rodriguez. Rodriguez saying that this man is not binding properly. He's pulling me down. Wheeled. Butler. Norster driving in. Watch Bishop. Dacey. Ackerman caught by Ella. Bishop. There's space. Driving tackle there by Tyneman. Bishop. Strong fend. With the strength of the kick of a mule that time. Penalty to Wales. And Australia lying over the ball, not allowing release. A desperate situation there. And this surely will be a 3-pointer for Wales. But the Australians are going to have to cut out these errors, which seem to have resulted through a lack of concentration, Michael.
Well, I think they've just probably eased up a little bit more so on the backs than the forwards. The forwards are still trying superbly, and you can see there in that last couple of minutes some superb defence from the forward pack. But we tried a couple of elaborate moves, and they haven't paid off, so it's time to get back to the more orthodox things just for the next 5-10 minutes. Get back down their end, put some more points on the board, consolidate the position.
Mark Wyatt from Swansea, a very sure goal kicker. A straightforward kick. Difference back to 10 points. Wales coming back into the game. Well, it was a crooked throw into the scrum, then a late tackle, and then Gould taking his eye off the ball, and just those 3 little errors have taken Australia's momentum away.
That's right, Gordon. There's no way that Wales should beat Australia here. We've got supremacy in the forwards. both lineouts and scrum and in the loose play. So if Wales get any points at all, it'll be through our mistakes, not their good football.
This is Titley. Oh, that's a shocking kick. Well, Titley originally started off with London Welsh as a 5'8", but moved out to wing because of his frailty and his erratic kicking. It certainly was in evidence that time. Cutler and Tyneman, opposed to Alan Davis and Robert Morster. Welsh creeping forward in the line-out. Tyneman anticipating too quickly that time before the ball was thrown in.
The ruling there, Gordon, is that he ruled that he'd left the line out, then rejoined it. It's a technicality some referees allow and some don't.
So back into Australia's territory. About just over 2 minutes remaining before half-time. Cutler. Loose tap for Far Jones to Ella. Liner's kick is too deep. Well, the best thing that can happen for Australia here is for the referee to blow half-time. They don't want to concede any more points now. Andrew Slack looking a little worried. Composure is the name of the game for Australia. Towed through by Tyneman. And Australia will have the scrum feed. There's the half-time. So that's the situation here. Australia scoring 2 tries to 0. An enthralling display by the 8th Wallabies. They lead by 13 points to 3. Australia leading 13 to 3. Light rain has started falling. Rodriguez setting up play well, despite a clip in the ear from one of the Welsh elbows. Soaring kick by Ella to open space. Campisi coming through. What a kick by Ella.
That was a magnificent kick from Mark Ella. It's gone a good part of 60 metres.
Australia playing with the breeze now in the second half. Remembering in the 76 years of test matches here at Cardiff Arms Park, Australia has won only once. 14-11. John Thornett's 5th Wallabies, winning here in 1966. Norster with 2 hands. Bishop. Gould. No one coming through, though. There'll be a few Australians through on this one. Far Jones is there. Wyatt took it well, but made the ball available. Dacey. Malcolm Dacey, who has been troubled by hamstring, was even moved to centre by Swansea after some indifferent form this year, but the Welsh selectors sticking with him after his fine series in the Five Nations earlier this year. Well, that light rain has stopped. Picked up by Whitefoot. Australia penalised for going over the top of the ball. The Australians decidedly the better team for the first 30 minutes. But just that 10-minute period before half-time, they lost concentration and allowed Wales back into the game. Heavy rain now falling here at Cardiff Arms Park. Ian Stevens has a suspected broken rib. Far Jones. Back for Titley. It's swirling around. He took it well. Out on the full. So a good gain for Australia.
A good kick there from Far Jones. Takes a lot of pressure off the forwards. Just gained them a good 30 yards, and there's nothing forward likes better than win a line-out ball and then just walk to the next line-out 30 yards further up the paddock.
Mark Eller's just called a move to Roger Gould. Lost back. The referee said no, it travelled towards the opponent's goal line. So the match in a state of abeyance at the moment. Dacey again. A better kick, but again, only a 10-metre gain. I know Gareth Davis would have thumped that one back up towards the halfway line. Did the Australians breathe a sigh of relief when Davis wasn't picked?
Yes, Gordon, we believe that Davis is the by far the informed fly half for Wales at the present time, and he can turn a game around just from his own boot, whereas this fellow Dacey is more of a running player, and he needs a lot of ball to be as great a value as Davis would be.
Midway, 22 and halfway. Australia leading by 13 points to 3. Tries by Lawton in 7.5 minutes of the first half. Liner after 23. Gould, 1 conversion and 1 penalty. And Wyatt, a penalty goal for Wales 5 minutes before half-time. Full line for Australia here. Campese. Right foot. Off a Welsh player. Wales fully stretched that time, but they're going to get out of trouble. Bishop. And a good kick by Wyatt. But the Australians finding the gaps when they move it wide.
A risky move that in some ways, because you've got everyone in the back line in. There's no one back there in defence. So if you drop a ball there, then you're in all sorts of trouble.
5 minutes gone in this second half. Andrew Slack, who scored a try here against Wales in 81. Good jump by Butler. Good ball for Wales. Ring. And that one's out on the full. Well, it seems too that the Welsh players are capable of making errors. Ring has this disconcerting habit of either spitting or blowing his nose every time in close-up. Sid Sugarman and Graham Short on the Australian bench. Rodriguez again sweeping. Clever play by the Argentinian. Liner looking for the touchline. Not quite the angle he would have liked there. And Wyatt pumps it back into touch. 35 metres out from the Welsh goal line. Liner would have been looking for more depth. There's Jeff Whitefoot, the new captain. Topo Rodriguez. Certainly a brilliant tour for Australia. Cutler to Tyneman. Australia will look to drive here. Straight through the Welsh forwards. Where's the ball? Lost ahead by Wales, Australia's scrum feed. The singing has started here in the second half. 7 minutes gone. Australia 13, Wales 3. Tyneman, forward pass. We're over on the very sloshy side of the field here. No sun on this side of the field, no wind. Bishop! Mark Ella, tackle around the neck. It was a harmless tackle, but the referees are very severe on anything above the shoulders.
Australia hasn't managed to set up any second phase play this half yet, and I think Mark will be endeavouring to bring a few balls back in so the forwards can start rolling it away and get the momentum going. Seem to have lost momentum in the last 15 minutes of the game or so.
The Australian forwards are on top in this game, but there hasn't been the consolidation. Wales hanging in, 10 points down, long way to go. Barging in the line out there against Alan Davis, and Australia badly needed that one. Oh, that's a finely judged kick by Roger Gould up towards the Welsh 22. The thinking man's Andy Hayden, Roger Gould. He's played in 14 countries, speaks Italian and Spanish fluently. Davis won it well to Bishop. He'll take the whole forward pack on this man. Hand in the ruck by the Australians. But David Bishop there, number 9, if he'd continued with a boxing career, the experts said he would have been the lightweight champion of Wales. The battler from Pontypool with the nerve of a tightrope walker. Cutler with 2 hands. Far Jones. Rodriguez again setting up play for Australia. Poitevin slips it back. Good mauling by the Australians. Tyneman now to Lawton. Mark Ella goes into halfback. Bad pass to Gould, who picked it up well. And sliding off the side of the boots. The Australians rushing things. As the mascot says, calm it down, fellas. Poitevin was pushed out of the way. Bishop couldn't pick up. Not in straight. Alan Jones made the comment that the match and the lineouts in particular would be a dockside brawl. Australia has won some pretty good lineout ball though. Gould. Thump. Thank you very much. 10-metre line, Welsh territory. Lineouts are 12 apiece. Steve Williams, the Australian forward leader, scored a try against Munster, his first on tour. Now at the front of the lineout. Cody got a hand to it. Norster goes straight through the middle. Cutler grabbed him by the jumper. This is Dacey. Finds the gap. Clever running. Threw it forward. Dacey, a very elusive man, and he's dislocated a finger. Tudor Jones out very quickly.
Don't know why he doesn't pull it out himself.
Australians have gone back into a huddle.
You don't need 3 blokes to do that for you.
Mark Ella. Liner to Gould. Campese was in front of the kicker there. So again, that's elementary football. Campese over anxious. He thought Gould, I think, was going to pass it, but there was a Welshman in the way. Nearly 13 minutes gone in the second half. Australia 13-3. Bishop with a grubber kick for touch. And a real glazed look in the eyes as Bishop tries to inspire the Welsh forwards. He's a pocket dynamo. Ten-metre line on the right. Australian ball loose for Far Jones. The Welsh forwards there in numbers. Australia come back, and they've stolen. Pickering, Davis, the referee getting in the way. Well, Australia did it in the first half. Here they go again. Bishop, the Welsh forwards trying to carry him over the goal line. Australia holding on desperately. Bishop again, Dacey, close to the line, 3 metres out. Can Australia hold on? Perkins, the crowd has gone berserk. Bishop again, himself. Held up, no try. Who was underneath? Steve Williams.
There's Steve Williams down the bottom. He was
Steve
there in
Cutler.
cover.
And also Roger Gould. Oh, what an unbelievable barrage. Remorseless play there from the Welsh.
It's a magnificent defence there from Australia. Make it very tough for the Welsh to get over, and they did very well themselves. 4 or 5 phases of play.
You just saw Mr. John West from Ireland, and he's awarded a penalty to Australia. Well, that is manna from heaven.
I'll say that takes a lot of pressure off.
John West was in charge of the match between Australia-Wales in 1981, and I don't think the Australians were terribly endeared to his performance, but that certainly helps erase a few of the memories. Not that one is suggesting that referees are inconsistent. 10-metre line. Oh, that was an unbelievable surge. It just kept coming, a tide of red jerseys at the Australians. Bishop to Dacey. Wales have the ball again, back in general play. They're trying to keep it in close quarters now as play goes on. You're watching this replay. And Australia has the scrum feed. The referee has ruled that the ball was lost forward. And the Wallabies a little fortunate that time. But the pressure really coming now from the Welsh pack. Australia's got to get the ball up into the opposition half. There's a tight head. Bishop to Campese. It's 30 metres out from goal. Anxious moments now for Australia. They were well in control at 13-0. But some errors have allowed the Welsh back into this game. And they are making their move. Mike Watkins. Bishop takes it brilliantly. Dacey. Ring. Here comes Wyatt. This is Ackerman. Loose pass. Tyneman. Tyneman coming through now on Ring. Oh, what a tackle. A chance here for Australia. Here's the ball. Far Jones. Slack. Andy Slack for the corner. Rodriguez. He stands in the tackle. 10 metres out. Australia want it badly. Poitevin goes in. Where's the ball? Wales have spoiled. But great work there by the number 8, Steve Tyneman.
It's utmost importance that Australia scores here and starts getting the momentum going. And for the last 20 minutes, the game has become very stop-start, set pieces. A few errors have crept in from both sides. A lot of pressure on each team. Wales trying to come back in the game. Australia trying to make sure they don't get any more points.
Exactly the same situation at Cardiff Arms Park in 1981, except it was up the other end of the field. Australia had the scrum put in. Philip Cox had just come on the field. A grand scoring opportunity for Australia, but the Welsh scrum spoilt the Australian ball and got out of trouble. Similar situation here.
Let's hope it doesn't happen again.
Tyneman still down. Cutler and Rodriguez did so well to be up there. Australia wanting good scrum ball here. And they're going to take it forward. They're controlling. The Welsh scrum in trouble. Ella now. Campese. Well, the kick probably could have been further forward, and Australia has been penalised. So Wales out of trouble. Wyatt. And we're now 10 metres inside Australia's half. Well, I'm afraid to say the same thing happened last time. One of the few occasions Australia has been in Welsh territory in their second half. Wales doing well in the lineouts now. Not in straight. Australia still leads 13-3. 19 and a half minutes gone in the second half. Ella to Liner. Again, it's not a good kick, but he got the bounce that time. Michael Liner again. Second bite of the cherry. Mark Ella. Liner. Here it comes for Australia. Mark Ella, where did he come from? Straight through. Great play. Intercepted, though. Wales in trouble. Australia's put in on the 22 in front of the posts. Another strong attacking position.
Back down here through a bit of fortunate play there. Some good play by Michael Liner. This time we've got to make sure we don't give this territory away so easy as we did last time. Silly penalties.
What are you expecting from the Australians here, Michael?
Well, Gordon, I think they'll probably come down the right-hand side here with Mark and Roger and Peter Grigg.
Well, the Welsh trying to force Australia off the mark and charge in at the scrums. That's an old tactic.
You might see a switch between Mark and Michael Liner behind the scrum.
Passing behind the man, though. Gould's put it high, and they're all onside. There's no one back there for Wales. This is dangerous. Pointerman. Can Australia get this ball?
Wales very lucky to get out of that.
Referee, I think, may have ruled an accidental offside there too. Big blindside for Australia. Australia holding in the scrum. Tyneman has it. Again, Australia has the feed. A try here could wrap up the match for the Wallabies. "22 minutes gone in the second half. Australia leading 13-3. Can Wales hold on? Now they go for the pushover. Try! The Welsh scrum has been pushed over the goal line. And the try has gone to Steve Tyneman. Australia is in the lead by 17-3. Tommy Lawton throws his fist to the crowd. "You beauty," he says. And the Australian forwards have done something no one was thought possible here at Cardiff Arms Park. The Welsh pack has crumbled.
It's a fitting reward here for Steve Tyneman. He's done so much work, as has the tight five. And it's great to see them put tremendous pressure on the Welsh scrum, which is believed to be the joy of all scrums.
There's Steve Tyneman, the try scorer. The young man is beside himself with enjoyment. A 14-point lead. Gould from almost in front here. Campese waved to the crowd. But I'd have my mind on the football. There's still a long way to go.
Exactly, Gordon.
Australia missed a kick, a similar one here last time, but Gould hasn't missed this one. 21-3 Australia. Well, I'm getting a little carried away. It's 19 points to 3, of course. Here it is again.
Well, there's not really much to see here. Tremendous drive from the forwards, and once the ball goes over the line, anyone can fall on it. And Steve Tyneman was down first.
.24 minutes gone in the second half. Cutler. Norster tries to wrap him up. But the Australian forwards have been quite dominant in this game.
That's another sorry, Gordon. That's another facet of play, just from those kickoffs where they've done a tremendous amount of work, and it's paying a lot of dividends. Being able to get the ball and get the scrummage put in, get it back down the other end of the field.
Mark Wyatt, swirling ball. And Poitevin in front of the kicker there, inside the 10 metres. So that means Australia has cost themselves 50 metres. If you are in front of the kicker, you've got to stay outside that 10-metre radius. Australia failed to do so. Simon Poitevin will be kicking himself for that one. Again, Australia wheeling the Welsh scrum. We're right on the Welsh 22. 19 points to 3. 15 minutes to go in this game. Remembering that Australia has won only once here. The Waratahs certainly won in 1927, but that was a New South Wales team. Butler to Davis, straight into Mark Ella. Surge from Pickering. Bishop now. Here they go. Dacey. Ring. Wyatt. Wrapped up by Gould. Ball and all. The Australians forwards there first. Wales being pushed back. Bishop trying to reef it out there, number 9. And the Australian forwards again winning the scrum feed.
Tremendous drive there from the Australian forwards. They've tried their hearts out the entire game.
Roger Gould. That's another big kick. He didn't strike that one as sweetly as he would have liked, but it doesn't matter with Gould. He still gains 40 metres. Very silent crowd now. Wales down by 16 points. 2 fine tries from the Australians in the first half. A scrum pushover in the second. 3 tries to 0, a measure of the Australians' dominance in this match. Norster with one hand. Bishop has the ball. He's kicked it straight down the throat of Roger Gould. And Gould is going to put Wales back where they started from. Play on, says the referee. But no, we'll go back to the touch judge. Another brilliant kick it was by Gould too. And I don't think John Bevan, the Welsh coach, would have been terribly impressed with that Gary Owen from David Bishop, showing his inexperience that time. 28 minutes gone in the second half. Holding the man down there against Butler. The referee pointing to number 8, Eddie Butler. Roger Gould to come up for another shot at goal. And this one would put Australia out of sight. Mike Watkins, the man who led Wales to victories over England and Ireland earlier this year, an unlucky loss to France, really has to get his men stirred up now. But the Australian forwards have really blotted out this much vaunted Welsh pack this afternoon, particularly in the scrummaging. "28 minutes gone in the second half. Australia 19, Wales 3. Roger Gould, 30 metres out. He's kicked it. That is the highest score ever by Australia against Wales in the history of the test matches between the two countries. Australia's previous highest was at Ballymore in 1978 when Australia, or at the SCG when Australia won 1917. Well, this is a moment for all Australians to savour. Alan Jones, the effervescent Australian coach, and his 8 Wallabies are on the verge of a magnificent triumph here at Cardiff Arms Park.
It's a great place, Cardiff Arms, when they hear them sing, but it's an even greater place when you can't hear a noise.
Farr Jones got the pass away to Liner, to Gould, and here's Grigg. Peter Grigg. He did this against the All Blacks, and he nearly did it against Wales. Peter Grigg in his first test in 80 at the SCG followed the little chip ahead and very close to scoring again. 4 tries from the last 5 matches. Peter Grigg, the leading try scorer on tour. Mark Ella. Field goal just out to the right. The Australians now well and truly in the driver's seats. The Welsh looking a beaten team. They made their big surge. 10 minutes into that second half, somehow Australia held on. Steve Williams, Gould, Tyneman were all there to hold Bishop up. He couldn't get the ball over the line. Cody. Australia first to the breakdown. Well, there appeared to be a Welsh hand in that ruck, but the referee still gives Australia the feed because the ball was out on the other side and the referee was unsighted. "28 metres out from the Welsh goal line. Farr Jones to Ella. Slack. Andy Slack. Snipes to Ella. Liner. Australia set it up again. Here it comes. Farr Jones for Campisi. Look at him go. Campisi couldn't get there. Well, there he is, Michael Liner, who's had a superb game for Australia today. Relieved of the goal-kicking duties. He's looked far more relaxed. And he'll never forget that try at Cardiff Arms Park under the post in the first half. Perkins, a good two-handed catch. The Welsh have got to run it now, but the referee not playing advantage. Penalty to Wales. Bishop, what's he going to do? He doesn't know. Poitevin wrapped him up. David Bishop used to playing behind the umbrella of the Pontypool forwards. He has had no such umbrella today from this Welsh pack, which has been outgunned up front. That's a good kick by Bishop, though. He bounces back like an Indian rubber ball. .30 metres out from the Australian goal line. The Australians haven't conceded a try in the international so far. Only Trevor Allen's 47-48 Wallabies were able to do that over here in the British Isles. Far Jones with that dexterous twist, reaping the ball back over his shoulder, and he couldn't have placed that one better. Rodriguez, 15 caps for Argentina. This afternoon, playing in his 7th for Australia. Norster again doing well. He's been a star for Wales in the line-out. Pickering, the Clonethley flanker, charges ahead. .34 minutes by our clock gone in this second half. Wales can't worry about goal kicks now. They've got to go for tries, and they need several of them. Dacey. Ring. Grigg the tackler. Ball and all. Ella's in there. The Welsh forwards drive in. David Bishop, you knocked the ball on. So it hasn't been a happy debut for the Welsh scrum half. Gould now gave that one plenty of air. 35 minutes gone. Nick Farr-Jones, his brothers Peter and Simon, will be watching back in Australia. All three members of the Sydney University Club, as is Michael Hawker, sitting alongside of me.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see the services of Nick much next year. I think we'll be playing too much rep football. He's had a fantastic tour, and his international debut in England been followed on by 2 superb performances at Wales and in Ireland.
Steve Cutler is currently writing a doctor's thesis on the seasonality of the reproduction of the ewe. We could class him as the academic of the 8th Wallabies. Perkins goes away with Pickering. They're running into the Australian inside backs. Good spoiling, though, by the Australians. Now it's Bishop to Dacey. Cuts in field. He's going well. Wales slip it back. And another penalty.
I think Dacey made the wrong decision then. He had about 3 or 4 blokes in an overlap, and was very lucky to get a penalty out of it.
Well, it's no good going for penalty goals. They've got to take another tap kick. 36 minutes gone. Australia 22, Wales 3. Australia's highest ever score against Wales in 11 test matches. Butler sets it up. Bishop, what's he going to do? He was in 3 minds. He throws off defenders, though. Yet another penalty, the 3rd on the trot to Wales. They're getting closer. 15 metres out. Slack holding onto the ball, showing all his experience. Can Australia keep their line intact? Watkins away now to Davis. It's 8 metres out from the Australian goal line. About 3 minutes of playing time plus injuries to go. Australia 22, Wales 3. Australia looking for a first ever Grand Slam now. Bishop on the blind side. Titley. It's lost forward. It's a try. I think Bishop has scored. He appeared to lose the ball forward. He regathered. The crowd rises, but it's all too late for Wales.
And boys will be
Australia can't lose it from here.
the boys will be very disappointed there, Gordon, that they've let them in for a try. But Bishop does exceedingly well here. He's lost it, then gets it back again.
Titley wrapped up by Campese, but he got the one-hander back to Bishop. He juggled that twice. Fingertip control from the Pontypool scrum half. Wales's first try. But time has beaten the Welshman. 22 points to 7. Mark Wyatt raises the flags. Australia leading by 13 points. By my clock, 39 minutes of playing time gone. Bishop, with the skills of a basketballer, scoring the Welsh try, which came in the 37th minute. Wales running from their goal line. This is Dacey again. Can't beat Tyneman. What a fine tackle by the big number 8. Telescopic arms flung the Welsh fly half into touch.
He's had a superb game, Steve Tyneman. He's been everywhere. Hasn't missed a tackle all day.
Wales certainly coming away with the lineouts in the second half. Here's Gould. Uses his strength. And the crowd can't believe it. Australia gets a controversial scrum feed. They won't be complaining about that one. Roger Gould, though, can take all the plaudits. Well, by my clock, playing time is up. We're now in injury time. Australia leading by 22-9. The Wallabies lost here in 1908 by 9-6. Trevor Allen's team lost 6-0 in 47. Wales won 9-3 in 58. The Wallabies did it 14-11 in 1966. But further losses in 73, 75 and 81. But this is an overwhelming victory by the 8th Wallabies. Mark Ella to Campese, forward pass. Campese with a big grin on his face, doing his version of the Canadian two-step. We're well into injury time. Australia 22, Wales 9. Wyatt to Ackerman. Wyatt held on. Perkins comes away, the warhorse. Pickering caught by Ella. Wyatt again. Solid tackle by Poitevin. Now it's Titley away to Lewis. He's hardly seen the ball, this man. This is Perkins. Ella! Mark Ella! What a try! And what an end to the test match! He scored a try in every test on tour! And what an ending for Australia!
Fantastic.
What a way to do it! Well, the crowd has risen. Michael Hawker is standing up. Mark Ella, he deserves a knighthood, this man. The Queen requested a copy of Ella, 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 the book of the Ella brothers, for Prince Edward. It might be a collector's item after that one. 26 points to 9. What a day for Australia. One of the great moments in Australia's sporting history. Mark Ella, Order of Australia. scores the 4th try for the 8th Wallabies. What a fantastic day it is. Well, I tell you what, we're fighting back the tears with pride for these Australians. The Welsh crowd is stunned. A record-breaking win here at Cardiff Arms Park. Easily the biggest margin ever over Wales. Gould puts the icing on the cake. The match is all over. And Australia has won by a record-breaking margin of 19 points. Alan Jones is the Prince of Wales. The Wallabies have won 3 out of 3. They're on target for their Grand Slam.